On Schrute Stocks family. Today is Thursday, February 11th, 2021. And look at the market, guys. It's 170 we're sitting at. All right, not bad. Look at the volatility, man. I'm telling you. Look, this is if you don't have the guts to, if you cannot trust the place you're in, man, this can give you a heart attack. Look at this. You go from 175 at like 9:30. You can dip all the way down to 160. You lose 10 grand in just a few hours. Then you settle back around 170. That's what I'm saying, guys. You got to do your due diligence and you got to have faith in the companies you invest in. So here's where we're at. All right. We have NEO, VGAC, ZOM. So I'm going to show, I made a change up to one of the stocks here and I'm going to explain it. But before I go there, I want to show you guys NEO. Guys, I'm telling you, this is a stock. This is like the Chinese Tesla. We know this stock has, in my opinion, look, is it safer to go in Tesla versus NEO? In my opinion, Tesla is safer. What's going to have higher growth in the next 5 years? I am putting my money on NEO. Not to say I'm not putting my money in Tesla, guys. It's important to diversify. Why pick NEO versus Tesla? You can pick both. Put some in both. This is my Robinhood portfolio, right? But I have other accounts and stuff like that too. But in this account, I'm doing NEO because this, like I'm saying, this is the account I want to kind of push to the 1 million mark by the time I'm 30. So 2 years, a little more than 2 years. So that's NEO, guys. If you don't have a spot in NEO, dude, $60 is a good. This is a long-term play, guys. NEO, you're holding for 5-10 years. Just put the money in if you don't have a spot. This is not something you like time in and like what's the best dip. Just throw them. It's like Apple. Whatever you see the price today, just throw it in. You know, these are long-term plays. VGAC, you know, it's doing its thing there. Zomedica, my baby. Look at this. 270 is 270-ish. Look, this is why I love this stock. Look at this. Goes up, cools down, goes up, cools down, goes up, cools down. And the thing is, guys, the products that they're launching out, the products that they're putting out, they're FDA approved right now. That True Forma is already approved. And the whole idea of hyperthyroid and hypothyroid, it is very common. It is very common. And, you know, initially I was kind of like suspicious, would veterinarians even use this? Like, what's the point of getting this True Forma product? And, you know, it's like how many dogs even end up with like thyroid disease, you know? And even if you have a bunch of them do it, is it like deadly? Because in humans, it's not immediately deadly. It's not as if you're having a heart attack. But here's the thing, guys. I started thinking, when you get blood, the way they test for thyroid disease, you have to take the blood sample, send it to a lab, and then the lab gives you the doctor the results. Now that whole process takes like a couple weeks, at least like a week or two. And the thing is, if you have a device here, so True Forma, the whole thing is for testing the thyroid levels. It's like within 20 minutes you get a sample from the dog, and you get the blood sample. You can see it within like 20-30 minutes what the levels are, if they're good or not. This can help doctors in the moment write a prescription for the person, for the animal, and you know it can save a lot of time. That's the big thing, guys. It's time, and what do we all know? Time is money. Time is money. I personally think the True Forma product will do well, but even regardless, guys, even regardless if it does well or not, the amount of hype in this stock, the amount of people watching this, I want you to go right now. The reason why you're even seeing my video right now is because one of the things that you might have searched at one point or got recommended by YouTube is Zomedica, because the amount of people talking about this stock, it is just going to go up, and their financials are like solid. You know, they have enough cash to last like the next 2 years. You know, this company is, and they're growing like new products and development, things like that, guys. This is a sleeping giant, in my opinion. We'll see what we're going to do with Zomedica. Maybe if we hold it long term, buy on dips or whatnot. But I'm going to, guys, at least till March 30th, you should have a position in. Skills, STPK, you know, they're just, look, long-term holds, man, long-term holds. Everything is good like that. Now, this is what I want to show you. Now, look, before anybody decides to talk about how I sold out of my position in Clover, it's not what it looks like, all right? I did sell my position here, and I'll tell you why. It's not because I don't believe in Clover Health. It's not I don't believe in Shimada. Everything I said in my previous videos stands true. The thing here is this. I wanted to go into a separate play, and I did not want to, like I said, guys, I don't want to add any more money into this account. So I have to work with what I have. And I took a hit, guys. So I ended up, so it was, the portfolio, remember, it was sitting, I put in roughly like, what, I think it was like 50,000 in this account. it was down, and I sold like half the positions in this, and not because I don't believe in Clover Health, guys. I love what Chamath said. He's like, I'm not going to comment on it. I'm going to let the results speak for itself, guys. And that is what you need to do. That's why Zomedica is still a little, that's why the difference between Clover Health and Zomedica is this, guys. Zomedica is based a lot more on hype and big news articles and this and that. And yes, the product is there, but it's a lot more is based on, how much attention it's getting. Clover Health, look, it got tanked. It got tanked. And if Chamath is saying, I'm going to let the results speak for itself, guys, what this means is this is like Apple. They can put the most negative article out, but Apple is actually producing products. They're actually doing a service that's there. You can have the most negative reviews and everything like that, the worst earning reports, whatever the heck you want on Apple or Google, Microsoft. The thing is the results, there's no amount of news articles that can combat results. I want you to understand that, guys. Results are worth more than hype and articles and news and any of that. And that's why I'm sticking with Clover Health. Now, to go off of this, so I'm sticking with this position, but I wanted to take some money out to invest in a separate company. And that company is right here, AYRO. So, guys, this is another EV play, but it's not a traditional EV play like NIO and Tesla. If you look at the chart here, guys, so it got a huge spike, huge spike. So look, it went from like $7 all the way up to like $11 right there. And the reason why I did that, in my opinion, is really this thing just got a lot of hype. Remember, guys, we don't chase the hype. We don't chase the hype here. Because I knew about, I was reading about this thing that day when this thing got the spike. No, we don't chase the spike here, guys. No matter how hot people talk about things, you need to do your own due diligence. And that's why I'm sharing this with you guys today, because I have done my due diligence today and I decided to put money in this. And I strongly believe that this stock is going to be hitting 15-ish relatively soon. I can't give a time frame, but I'm estimating 6 months-ish. That's my own estimate, within 6 months to at most end of the year. But I really believe this is going to be hitting that in the Biden administration. Now, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what is this company, AYRO. I said it was in the EV sector, right? But this is not a traditional EV play, guys. AYRO is, I want you to think of think of Segways, think of golf carts. If any of you guys have been to colleges and any like sporting events, things like that, all of these places, what do they have? They don't have, you can't have like a pickup truck and things like that. You need something that's more like easily navigational on the field, like where you're at. This company is making those electric vehicles. So you see, yeah, this is in the electric vehicle space, but it's not competing with Tesla. It's not competing with NIO. I looked up online, how many competitors there are in this space and whatnot. So you see, I'm not trying to say they make golf carts, okay? If you look it up on your own, if you just go onto their website, ayro.com or something, they have separate type of vehicles, but you can see it's like more cargo type, event related, if you need them like between like a hospital, things like that. And so they have a moat, in my opinion. What is a moat, guys? A moat is, it's basically like, imagine you have a castle, okay? You have a castle. Now, if you're the king of the castle, you don't want people coming in there trying to take over your castle. So what do? If you remember from when you were a kid and you saw those images and all that, TV shows, they all had like a big river or a circle of a stream, a water thing. They had something dividing the land. And there was just one bridge across, right? So you can go in and out of the castle. But if they wanted to, you block that bridge, you can't come in because it's all water around. And that's what a moat is, guys. When it comes to stocks, that basically means you have I don't want to say a monopoly, but it's a sector which other people can't really get into right now. Not that other companies cannot do it. It's much harder to get into once you have a moat. And that's what AYRO is, guys. This company, if you go and take a look, I want you to look right here, if they show the market cap anywhere. Yeah, right there. Look at the market cap, guys. 234 million with an M. Now, I know that's a big number, but I want you to put this in perspective. 234 million. Do you remember what I said I want my account to be? You know, what's this journey to 1 million? Think, this is technically only like not that much more than what, everyday investors could have. That means this has high growth opportunity, guys. It also means higher risk. I'm not going to lie. This means higher risk, but it also means higher growth opportunity. And so the thing is with AYRO is these vehicles that they're producing, the Biden administration has already put out news that they want a lot of these government sectors, like let's say military bases, hospitals, any federal buildings like that, they are going to be switching to electric vehicles for this stuff. Because like I said, guys, sometimes a semi-truck, or not, what am I saying, a pickup truck cannot navigate some areas. And the bigger thing is what is one of his biggest things? Look, everybody is talking about it. Weed, marijuana, and electric vehicles, guys. Those are two things that he's huge on. Huge. And for Biden to make an announcement like that, that's saying something about the direction of things, right? And like I'm saying, guys, if all these government federally owned like entities and things like that, they need to start adopting these electric vehicles for transport. This is the one. AYRO is the company. And it's one thing I'm projecting this, but I've seen articles already that they've already had a contract made with like military hospitals already, that they're going to be switching to AYRO vehicles. So it's already happening. They're already talking, universities and stuff. They're already talking about the universities adopting AYRO vehicles too, like whatever percentage of the public universities taking on that. In my opinion, guys, this is, it's risky. Look, this whole portfolio of mine is risky. I'm not having any plays in, I'm not investing in Google and Amazon in this, because I'm looking for higher growth, right? We're looking for the highest amount of potential with the least amount of risk. You kind of have to do that fraction out. What's the potential and what's the risk? And you kind of have to play it with that, guys. In my opinion, that's why I felt safe putting this big of think of it, this is 10%, like 11, 12% of my portfolio. Because I really think that this is going to be going up in at least in my opinion, the 15s mark. And around that, we'll see how long it takes to go. We may just take the money out, go somewhere else, and just because, guys, sometimes it doesn't feel good to always be looking at the stocks, know what to do, what not to do. You don't want to create that anxiety for yourself. Okay, that's why I'm saying, please do not just go into this stock right now. You want to do your own due diligence and then do your research. And I want to explain here. You see this? It had the big run up, because it got a lot of hype and whatnot. They put out a stock offering. Okay? They put out a stock offering. Guys, remember what I was telling you the other day about Zomedica doing stock offerings? What does that mean? It dilutes the shares, but why would a company do it? Why would a company even do a stock offering? To get more money. Now, look, do we know if they're going to use the money to just go YOLO in Las Vegas? I don't think so. But like I'm saying, majority of the time, if a company does these stock offerings, they're looking to, it can mean one of two things. You have to kind of see it depends on the company. Sometimes they do these offerings because they're in trouble because they have a bunch of debt and they need to pay it off. Hey, then that's maybe not like the best sign or whatever. I don't think that that's the case with AYRO. I think they're looking to expand and they're looking to grow because their contracts are increasing, their growth is expanding, and quite frankly, this is the thing. Who is their competition? Who is their competition? That's not to say that there aren't any. I'm sure there's other companies. There's just not as many, though, is what I'm saying. You're talking about a place where there's such a few amount of competitors, and I don't think that. I personally just don't see this thing. That's not to say I don't see it dropping anymore. Who the heck knows? I just really don't see that this thing is losing in the long term, in my opinion. And that's why I decided to put some money in it. You guys can do your research, look into it, give it a shot, see. Do not chase the hype, okay? Do not chase the hype. But what I want you to do is do your own research. And if you want to get in, guys, this is not a bad entry point. Like somewhere in the $9 region and whatnot. Because look, we saw it already with hype alone. Look, with hype alone, it could hit like $11. Imagine with real results to actually back up the hype. This has real potential. Okay, guys. So that's what I wanted to share with you. All right, look into AYRO and look. Hey, remember my first rule, my first video. What did I say? When you invest in a company, you're investing in what? The CEO, the management team, the potential, the past track record, everything like that. I don't share 100% of this stuff with you guys because I need you to do it on your own. Please don't just take my word for it. Please don't take any YouTuber's word for it. I know it can get really caught up to just go for the hype because, oh, you see this guy's making money, let me just put money with him. Guys, if you do that, when it dips, you're going to be afraid and you're going to think, what the heck? And I'll be honest, there's no YouTuber. My first thing I was saying in my first video is some of these YouTubers like to fake how much money is shown up here at the top. I could easily put in, right now I could put in $2,000 into my Robinhood and you'd see it increased in value today of 171. Guys, don't just trust people blindly. Don't even trust me blindly, okay? This is not financial advice as usual. I don't know why I have to say this, but if you're following Schrute Stocks, a channel called Schrute Stocks, come on. This is not going to be financial advice, but I want to give you guys tips and directions. Do your own research, okay? This is where we're sitting at, all right? Look into AYRO on your own. Look up the CEO. I want you to look up where their potential is, where they might be going. Guys, all of this information, you can find it on YouTube and Google. That's all you need. Two things. You don't need to go look up some fancy like earnings report from like a decade ago and this and this. No. Just follow this advice that I'm saying. Do your research, do your due diligence, and then put money in. Okay, I think that $9 range is good for it right now, and then you can take it from there. Look. With all that said, guys, our journey is still up to 1 million. We know we're in the right direction. I'm telling you, if we can hover in this area, 170, right? I'm more than happy with it. 170 I think is great for us. Okay, guys? All right, guys. This is going to be everything for me today. I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support you've been giving. Like, seriously, I've seen the subscriber base grow, and to me, I've seen other channels and their platforms and how they talk and what they do. This is a family that we're building here. I know so many of these channels say we're a family and whatever. Okay, maybe they are also a family, but I like this family better. And I'll tell you why I think the Schrute Stocks family is better, because this is not a place where you just follow everything I say. I'm not the lead. This is not a patriarchy where, okay, you just follow what I say and then, we go through it, but we're a family and we grow together like that. No. I teach you things, you teach me things, guys. If there's anything in the comments below that you think, hey, maybe I didn't make the right move, maybe this is a bad thing, maybe there's another thing that I might want to look into, maybe invest, take a peek at that. Let me know, guys. This is how I like my families to be. I don't want this to be just a one voice and then we run with it like that. No, guys. I give my voice. I'm going to give you guys my opinion. You guys share yours with me, all right? We're family. We're all equals here. We're all equals. I don't even care if you have $100 to your name or 100,000 or 100 million. It's not about this dollar sign at the top that dictates how much your voice is worth, okay? All right, guys. Thank you again so much for the support. I'm going to check in with you later, all right? Bye.